Hello, welcome back, my friends. I am Cosmic Boogeyman, and we are back with another tarot deep dive. This time, we are looking at the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's one of those cards that really opens up with that moment of quiet rupture, right? Yeah, we look at this like person walking away, and it gives us a sense of that silent moment of walking away. It's the silent moment of saying, I can't stay here anymore. I've got to move on. The cloaked figure here in the back, it's turning away from those, the stacked 8 cups, looking at them, leaving them behind. Everything familiar, everything once cherished, everything they once held close to their heart. It's no longer nourishing their spirit, and they're moving on. If you haven't been with me before, thank you for taking your time to hang out with me. Hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Think about becoming a member, and if you haven't, click that like button, and I'll see you on the next live. But before we dive in here further, check me out on all social media. Because even before our journey begins, we have to understand this card has been whispering to us, has been talking to us. Every time we look on it, we look upon it, we see it. Every time we find this card following our journey, no one wants to admit it. Not all cups will fulfill you. Not every cup will fulfill you. Not every cup can give you that sense of resonant purpose. We look at the cups themselves and we really say, hey, look, even the cups themselves are stacked unevenly, right? They're imperfect. There's even a space missing here. When you look in here, there's a subtle void in the arrangement itself. And that space, that missing piece, it's deliberate, it's purposeful. Even that purposeful missing, it says, why? Why do we have that? Why do we have this emptiness? Something we can't name, right? And we're always chasing that in our lives. The ache that keeps us awake, the ache that keeps us pushing forward, chasing. How many of you out there want to be millionaires, billionaires, business owners? You want to get to that place where you owe nothing to nobody. That longing that refuses to be fulfilled. That life that you currently live is not enough, and you just have to keep going and pushing. This 8 of Cups, this moment, this is the moment. This is the living in the now. This is the moment of saying, your soul's stopping that pretending. It's living that moment of, I feel the emptiness to feel real. And if you notice the figures, the cloak, the red, that's the courage. That's the vitality. That's blood. We've been talking about this as we've been visiting all of these tarot cards. And that missing emptiness, that's the courage to go through there. That's root chakra energy. It's the place where fear lives, where we look to evolve, where we're born of our own senses. The cloak, the meaning, it's living. It's knowing and living are two different things, but it's leaving even is not weakness. It's leaving as a life force that's choosing the survival, right? It's thriving and surviving. But when we look at this, we have to understand that the spirit, the spine, the connection, the heaven, the earth, all of this is a declaration that you're choosing truth over comfort. And that's the reality of your life. That's the reality of how you've been operating. And looking at this card, saying, when we're getting in there, the moon energy, the hidden. And the moon above is divided, the half shadow, the half light. It's a subconscious energy. And that's what's bringing everything in here. It's that intuition, the guiding light, the full visibility. It's under that moon the traveler seeing only enough light just to take the next step. It's not the entire path, it's just enough light as you see the path is illuminated. Clarity does not come before the journey. Clarity comes because of the journey. Does that make sense? I hope it really does, because as we open up these cards and we look here, the 8 of Cups is the moment the soul decides it can no longer betray itself. Right? Let's say that one more time. The 8 of Cups is the moment the soul decides it can no longer betray itself. And how many of us do that? Like, trick ourselves. Oh yeah, this is happening. So and so. I know it's happening. The cups are perfectly arranged with an imperfect outline. But we can tell them, everything's great. Everything's great. The cups are water. The cups are motion. The cups are the inner sea. And we're navigating them for years, for our entire existence, for that matter. For our entire eternal existence. hope, waves, disappointment, depths, things we never share with others, even our closest friends. We've never said anything. We've kept secrets. The card's showing the moment we stop negotiating with those emotions and we start honoring them. We cannot stay, where the spirit has already left. We have to move to where that spirit has gone. And the mountains ahead, they're not necessarily obstacles in this reading, which is ironic because the mountains are right here in our face. But what's ironic here is it's the moment we're saying, no, these are initiations. These are where we look for the ascent. We're beginning to walk away from these habits, these old identities. The old you, when we talk about the higher self, the better version, the higher frequency, these mountains are like ancient guardians. They're measuring your sincerity. Are you really you? And they're asking you one question, and this is the one question I will always bring up in the readings. Do you want comfort? Do you want truth? What are we looking for? What are we following? And when this card overlays another card or a different card or a major arcana, it really can boost that moon's energy that comes in here. The moon representing the intuition, overpowering logic. The mountains symbolizing the destiny. That's difficult, but it is necessary. So you still take a step towards it. That cloak, bringing on the anonymous energy, the being, just kind of hiding as you move. Anonymity, as it would be. The soul moving towards the need, but without the validation. In the card, it's a soul contract ending naturally, right? How beautiful is that? It's the card saying, hey, we have to end this. The red taking action because it has to happen, not because it hurts, but because it has to happen. Letting go of those ego attachments even further, And this is the dark night of the soul in motion. There's no stagnation here, and you'll see there's a lot of that energy in here. The river, it's a subconscious energy pulling the soul forward, and that's what this energy brings in with this. As we move in here, it's the shape, it's the doorway, it's the movement, it's the unspoken goodbyes, it's the I'm sorry, but I have to move. It's the I'm moving for me. It's the departure from illusions. It's the breaking of karmic patterns. More than that, it's the threshold card. Once you cross this, you never come back, or you never come back the same. It's the 8th house in astrology's transformation. It's the lone card. It's the lone forgiveness. And more than that, when we're picking up the 8th cup, we're picking up this Pisces energy. The Knight of Cups will associate the moon energy, the Princess or Prince Charming. When I pick up the 8 of Cups, when I'm picking up this energy, it can be withdrawal or retreat energy, but it's really moving on, or it will feel like abandoned or abandonment energy too. The person in this card here, they're not uncertain. They're in motion. They're taking this momentum and generating meaning every time they step, meaning and meaning and meaning. They're creating destiny. And the moment they move, they're moving like with the path of the hermit, as it would be. But they're not moving out of loneliness. They're moving out of alignment because they must go alone. They can only go to return back whole. The reason they left, it's that Pisces energy. Like I said, it's that Saturn and Pisces energy that's letting go of those illusions, those karmic lessons to let go. And they know why they're doing it. The structures have outgrown them, or they've outgrown those structures. But it's really the endings plus illusions or intuition has now evolved them into something bigger. It's a permission slip. So I ask you guys, has this departure met your meaning, or is the souls refusing to settle? Is that part of yours? I'll see you on the next one. I'll take a bigger, deep look into these. I appreciate you.